Hey, it's Ed. Today I want to show you a little tip of a tool that I'm using in AUM to help me with MIDI Learn and to make that process a little easier. Now, if you've used MIDI Learn in AUM before, you know that you can go in here like I've got Poison loaded from Jim Audio. You can go up here and you can find something, right? I can twist this little knob and I can click on the Learn button. And then if I have a piece of hardware or something hooked up, or maybe something external to AUM, right? I can tweak that, and it's gonna learn it, right? But if I'm in AUM, if I click Learn here, right, and I go over here, and I've got this already hooked up, and if I tweak this CC10 knob, right, and I go back here, and if I look for that button again, right, if I go for this pitch button again, nothing happened. It didn't learn, right? Didn't pick it up. So how do you get around that? Now, there's many ways. I'm going to show you one particular way that I'm doing it. It uses a helper app from Alexei Nadzharov called MIDIDelay. You can see it here. So I'm going to just turn this on and show you how it works, and then we'll get into how it's set up and how you would map it and so forth and make it work. So first, let's do a quick demo. All right, so I've got this loaded now. As you can see here, it's scanning on the side. Now what we're going to do is first we're going to go in here and decide, okay, I want to do the MIDI Learn, let's say on CC10, right? So I'm going to tweak this knob. And now, the way I've got it set up, CC10 now went through this MIDI delay, and now it's echoing it, right? It's just sort of repeating this over and over and over again, which means now I can go back over to my Poison app. I can click here, and I can say, show me the button. Okay, I'm going to click the pitch, and now I'm going to click Learn, and voila, there it is, channel 1, CC10. Picks it up like a champ. And now I'm all set. And I can keep doing that. Now, if you want to keep doing that, for example, I'll give you a tip here. Once you've done this once, you want to go over here, click this clear to clear out that last value. And now I'm free to go back, and I can tweak another knob like CC11 or whatever else I want, that I have hooked up, and repeat that process over and over. So now with that said, you can see that it works. Now let me show you the setup. It's quite simple. Now what I've got here is basically everything that you see is going to stay. Like MMM is going to be mapped to Poison and the MIDI control, because I'm going to want those two to talk to each other. The MIDI control obviously is for controlling the parameters in AUM that are going to modify those knobs. So you need this routing here for your source, whatever your MIDI source is that you're going to be wanting to map. And then, of course, your instrument, in this case, Poison. Now, I've got just a couple layers in here. So I've got this extra little routing to MIDI delay, and then from MIDI delay over to MIDI control, and I also mapped it to Poison just to be on the safe side. But really, it's the MIDI control that has to go in there. So when you're done, you can take this MIDI delay out, and that's going to disappear, and it's going to leave everything else. So it's strictly a temporary measure to do your mappings, or you can just leave it, and just take it out and then put it back if you want to map more stuff later. It's not going to interfere. If you just have it set off to the side there, it's light on CPU. So let me show you what it's going to take. So with that routing, that's all you need, just that routing that I showed you. And then here you would load up the MIDIDelay app as you see it here. And let me just reload it from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and long press on here. I'm going to do replace, MIDIDelay. It's going to reload it from scratch now. You can see here. Now, this is just like if I loaded it brand new with nothing. So you'll see here the screen is different. Now you just have to do a couple things. You have to go over here, click on the simple to expand. And then you go up here. This is fine. And this right pane is where you need to focus right here. So the 1 is fine. You want to turn this level up, maybe to 20%. Click this active. Click this delay to, I don't know, 1,000 milliseconds or something. Feedback to maybe 20% or so. Just rough values in that range. And then down at the bottom where it says mode right here, you click this greater than 1.8, and it should now be working. So let's try it out. So I'm going to do my CC11 this time. All right. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's picking it up. All right, great. And then I'm going to go back to Poison. And this time I'm going to say like maybe cutoff, right? So let's look at the cutoff. Let's see if we can map that CC11 to the cutoff. So let's find that setting, click Learn. There it is, channel 1, CC11. And there you go. So you've seen how it works and how to set it up from scratch. Just rewind and pause where you need, and let me know if there's any questions. I hope this is helpful. Thanks for watching.